Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. I've got my friend with me again. It's just too funny. I think we might be talking about Battenberg, and that's due to my bracelet. But I want to just share something that I just googled, and I put in the population of Battenberg because when I went to visit there, where I purchased my bracelet, I'm not sure what crystals they are in there, but they're on kind of like the masculine side of my body, so I'm not sure what we're touching on, but it's something to do with the population. Now, when I went to Battenberg, I remember they stated it had a very low population, like, in my mind, it was like 300, 350 people. That was the population of Battenberg. Absolutely fantastic. What do we call it? A town? I'm not sure what they called it. It's in Austria, so... but let me just put in population of Battenberg. And it comes up with 410. It didn't earlier. It came up with 411. It was just, okay. How did I get that up earlier then? I don't know, I just typed it in. Maybe I just typed in population. It's bringing me, there it is. Can you see at the top there? 411. Okay. 411. I don't know, but anyway, we're going to get on with the reading. I want to put my phone on airplane mode because I'm expecting a few phone calls and I don't want to be disturbed. I want to get this reading out. So, Battenberg. Let's see if it needs to be spoken about. I don't know why we're talking about a small population. And a place that's well known for its crystal factory, I believe. 2 decks of cards. I've got these new ones. I'm still gelling with these, so they're going to be used today, but I've got the Rider-Waite. It will give us kind of a clear message. Let me just make sure the microphone's up. Let's move that there. Have a little bit of coffee. Tia, how are you doing? You all good? Yeah? Okay. Battenberg. Very bizarre. It's because they're green. They're green crystals. I don't know too much about green crystals. But it's weird because I have a matching necklace. Well, I don't. I matched it all myself from the kind of, I want to call it the showroom. That's what it's like. It's like caves. It's amazing. All sparkly. And they show you like kind of, they blow glass and they do it all demonstrations. It's really good. What was I talking about? Oh, matching earrings and a necklace, but it was just like just a bracelet. And I'm kind of going, I'm not wearing that bracelet today. Like, you are? I'm not, because it doesn't really go. It's like, well, you're putting the bracelet on. Okay then. So Battenberg, I'm not sure. I've done about 6 months worth of travelling, and I collected a magnet from everywhere that I went. And if I could just show you, this is Battenberg. And I always choose a magnet so that I can remember to bring back. Okay, just past this this umbrella, you can see just here, because it really is just like a street, okay? The crystal store's over here, and then across the road, but just up a little bit, past this yellow umbrella, is the most amazing ice cream shop. And then if you walk back down here, there's like a little area, and it's like a little well. It's got water in it. Oh, hold on. They had the blocks in there that you would put, obviously, the heated glass. So they would cool them down and throw them in this well. Trying to think what it is, but I remember sitting there eating ice cream, resting on the side of it and looking in and seeing these blocks. It's moulding, kind of moulding blocks. I don't know the names of this, guys. I don't even know why I'm talking about this, about Battenberg. But I reckon that's the crystal factory there. Okay, Battenberg. Oh, why are we talking about Battenberg? I'm going to use, we've got the 4 of Pentacles here. It's either about building firm foundations, or it's about hanging on to things and not being able to let them go, which will stop the flow. Okay, I'm not sure what we're talking about. Are you sure what we're talking about here? She's just grooming herself. Ooh, we've got moving on. So interesting, I said it's about either building firm foundations or clinging on to things too tightly. We've got moving on. Oh, belly's rumbling. Okay. Yeah, there's the Death card. So this is the transformation. Why do I feel it's about going to a smaller community and that they do exist in harmony? Something to do with different cultures, lifestyles, crystals. Transformation, Death card. That's when you go through your spiritual journey, your ascension. That's where you've been on the journey of ascension. And now you're pure. And it looks like you're so pure that it can't really be. Oh, she's gone. You can't really not see it. She's knocking that cup again. She done that the other day. I think she needs some water. I've got to go and give her some water because I think the actual cup's empty. I'm so sorry. Hey, is there any... Oh, there is stuff in there. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought there wasn't any water in there. Okay, I'll leave you be. It has got water in it. I looked over and I thought it looked empty. Why am I saying this stuff? Okay, moving on. After a transformation, after your journey, with the Six of Swords there, you're leaving the past behind. So it hasn't been good. Because you look a bit ashamed and just like it's easier just to move on. Got single masculine energy here. That's about those 9 cups there. Him being satisfied, really, apart from there's just 1 cup missing. So this is about I want to say self-worth and self-respect. This is things happening quickly now. Could be relocation, travel. Okay. When you surrender to your transformation, your gifts come in. This 9 of Cups here is exactly that, about your dreams coming true for you. So it's like when you've moved on through the journey, when you have the awakening and the realisation, you leave the past behind and you move on. So the moving on card, after challenging times, and then you move on to a more enlightened life, and you find that all your dreams start to come true. And it's because you took that leap of faith and you had trust and faith and you surrendered to that. The universe then allows your manifestations to come in. And this is exactly the point that I'm at the moment. After a spell of kind of trying to move on from the way that things used to be done, I suppose, and our lives are always changing, our situations, we have to adapt to them. And it takes time to adapt. I said that I went travelling last year for 6 months and then I haven't really travelled. Okay, I went to Austria in, I think it was July or August. And then I haven't actually had a holiday since then. Which for me, that's fine, you know, years ago, just once a year, you know, it's not a... But I did do this stint of travelling and it's coming back. And I know that. It's like I've got phone calls today. I'm in the process of actually... My intentions are going to be manifesting again after a dull. Okay, so it's just And I know it is, and it's like life's going to get not busy, but it's just going to change. I'm got to make some decisions about business projects, but I want to do travelling first. And then my home, inside my home, is changing, the environment in here, so we need to adapt to that. And there's going to be a bit of movement within the home as well as my spiritual journey, and obviously being able to serve. So lots going on. Very exciting. It's really nice to feel, because you surrender, you just kind of go, you haven't really got any control of this, and once you learn the lessons and you learn how to play with the universe, it's kind of time to have some fun, and it can happen really, really quickly. And it's really the energy I was in yesterday, this vibration of joy. It's like, if you did check out the gentleman that I suggested that you did take a look at, you're going to get what I mean. You vibrate, and it just seems to, the universe allows it. And so maybe things that I needed to sort out, okay, not because they were urgent, but just because they would clear, I've kind of done that, and the release of it, and then in comes, and it's like, well, we're off again. So let's find out some more. No, I want to use, so we've got 4 cards, okay? So we've got the, I don't know where this Battenberg comes in. Or the green, the emeralds, I don't know what, I'm still learning. Still waiting for that lesson to come on Hay House about crystals. But we can do our own research, can't we? Right, so about moving on. After challenging times, it's been tough, but now you're moving to calmer waters. That's what the 6 of Swords means. Transformation is the Death card, okay? Spiritual transformation. 9 of Cups, masculine energy, wishes start to come true. Okay, in come the manifestations. And it comes. They come quickly. And it's all the things that you've already put into your vortex. So it's already things that you have imagined. I'd like to do this, I'd like to do that, I'd like to take someone here, I'd like to do that project. It's like they're coming now. Because of the surrender. Now, let's use these cards. They're very different. They are very different to the other tarot cards that I have. But let's see, because I do want to use them. I don't want to kind of shy away from them. They just kind of take just interesting to channel. So, let's first clarify this 6 of Swords. This moving on energy. See what card wants to come out. 4 of Pentacles. Now the 4 of Pentacles was the bottom that I showed you when I said it's either about building firm foundations, okay, or clinging on to things that no longer serve, so you block the flow. And the 4 of Pentacles here, if you can see, it looks like he's, for me it just feels like the jackpot, really. Money's kind of coming out of his mouth. He sees money in his eyes, and we do have a little bit of a devilish cloud above the head here. Moving on. I'm picking up there this self-worth of whether you feel that you're worthy to allow your own abundance to come in. We're not in control of anybody else's abundance, only our own. So we cut ourselves off from our own abundance. Other people could learn how to attract their own abundance, but then you have to be open-minded for that. And sometimes you do move on to, you know, I want to say a smaller community of like-minded people. So I think that's what that devil energy is above. It's kind of like, so being tempted by the devil. But we have the Death card, so let me show you this Death card. the Tower. So there are two major arcanas here. The Death card, which is spiritual transformation. It's a point we go through in our life where we awake. We have our awakening. The Tower's here. Felt like a bit of a Kung Fu Panda coming on. It's like coming on under. I don't know what I want to say. But if you have a look, it's like he's laying, isn't it, underneath the Tower. Look, here's the Death card, the spiritual, the journey, I'm going to say. How can I show you this? The journey. And then if you have a look here, it's like he's underneath the Tower. And it's like Kung Fu Panda's come in and gone, let's smash this shit up. I don't know. Now, who's running? Somebody's running from the actual tower. Well, not somebody, it's an animal. But underneath, I think that's a pentacle, a coin. You have to look really closely, guys, at the bottom. Oh, I can actually see more like this. It's like all eyes are on you. And then there's stars in kind of that black void there. There's lots of volcanoes going off in the background. Okay. Well, then we have the independent energy, a masculine energy. I love Kung Fu Panda. It took me ages to watch that film. My children were a bit older. It's a DreamWorks, isn't it, I believe? My children were a bit older, so I didn't really sit down so much to watch like Disney films. And just wasn't one I watched. And then when I did, it was like, that's amazing, I love this film. Yeah, he's so adorable. Anyway, let's do this Nine of Cups. Right, we've got the Ten of Swords, end of the road. 10 swords in the back. Now, the 10 for completions, I want to say. You've got I think that's the skull underneath as well, the house. So it's kind of like there's this resurrection that's just 10 of Swords. It's like waiting just for I don't know whether the fire to kind of subside a bit. They're all endings. Apart from that Four of Pentacles, could mean that you're hanging on to the old and not allowing the new in. But if it's the other one, it means that you know what your assets are and you're going to cling on to them. You're going to allow yourself to have them. That card always means that, the Four of Pentacles. Building firm foundations or holding on to the old and not allowing the flow to come. But we have the end of the road here. Looks like there's a lot of crying over that house. Okay. So, the Eight of Wands. Things happening quickly. Definitely about travel. The wands have been in the air for quite a while. They're due to land. Okay. Like javelin sticks. So, let's get a card. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacle. There's 3. 3 of Pentacles. It's either that you've cut yourself off from your own treasure. But this is normally, 3 of Pentacles, about building partnerships with like-minded people. You normally feel like you're an apprentice or somebody is in it, and then there's others that are experienced. But what you find is the experienced actually want to know what the apprentice knows and to kind of co-create. So that's what about working in partnerships. And it could be about this moving on. I've spoken about smaller communities. Okay. Let's have a look what the bottom of the decks are. Queen of Cups. I'm going to look at the other one. 6 of Wands. The Queen of Cups was upside down. And the Six of Wands is about your worthiness. So when I kind of looked, it was like that. I have to acknowledge it, okay? So, hence why I looked at this one. This is about your worthiness, okay, being rewarded and recognised. And then we have a Queen of Cups, but she was upside down. This, I've spoken about holding on to the old and not allowing the new in. And I think the decision that you need to make is, are you emotionally satisfied? It's a masculine energy, and then we end underneath on the underlying energy is a Queen of Cups upside down, and it's like, where do you feel your worth? Because the Tower's here. The Tower and the Death card, which means you've got no control. The universe is stepping in. You're on the wrong path. And it's just like you can allow your abundance in, or you can resist the flow. But it's something to do with the Queen of Cups and to feel recognised. And I've said with this card before, I can't really make sense of how that will look about being rewarded or recognised. It's a bit chaotic there. It looks like all eyes are on you. It's a bit of a maze to get out. But straight away I picked up on that Nine of Cups here is your self-worth and your self-respect, and that's where you need to find it first. But that happens during the transformation. You stop looking outside for validation. You don't need anybody to validate you. Okay. Wow. Where do we go from here? I'm going to put another row. The song that's in my mind, I don't even know who it's by. It's going, oh, right, I'm singing again. Okay, it happens. Been out in the hills, you know, like the hills are alive. Let's not go there. I never meant to break your heart. I do what it takes to make things right. I think that's it. I didn't mean to say goodbye. We've got to hold on to what you're feeling. This feeling is the best thing, alright. I think that's it. That's the song that's coming up. We've got a leap of faith. So somebody needs to take a leap of faith, most definitely, towards their manifestations. It's like it's here. The Tower's here with the transformation. It's like it's done. It's like you're just blocking yourself off from your own abundance now. So, leap of faith. You've got to bring in the balance of giving and receiving. Feel like you've chosen your own self-respect here and your own worth. You're knowing it. It's just decision time. And it's like you need to decide whether or not you're going to balance out these scales. Reciprocity? I wouldn't normally use that word. Is that the right word? I don't know where that word... I know the word, but I wouldn't... I'm going to have to Google it. I don't even know how to spell it. Reciprocity. If I've even spelled as pronounced it. How am I going to spell a word? Yes. No, I didn't mean that. Okay. I know you're shouting at me. The other side. I know this, alright? Why does it keep coming up with that? Messing around. There it is. Oh, it's said to do with psychology. A-level psychology. What's going on here? I need to... Yeah, it's just... Social psychology. What am I even talking about? Social norm of responding to a positive action with another positive action. Rewarding kind actions. Oh, yeah. That's what it means then, isn't it? Reciprocity makes it possible to build continuing relationships and exchanges. amazing what you know inside when you let it flow. Okay. I don't know if I'd have pronounced it right. Reciprocity. Let's get some more cards. I always say that card is like, nice things happen to nice people. The kindness that you give out there. You don't have to wait or expect an immediate return. You just have to trust that the universe has your back. And once it's kind of like the way's clear, so my manifestations that I know are kind of coming in, it's like I wouldn't have wanted them over the last year. I wasn't in a state to actually enjoy them. And then when I've kind of worked through my transformation, my ascension, which is continuous, okay, we're always evolving, that's the whole point of it. More will come in. And it's just like, as I raise my vibration, in come the next lot. And then we're always having kind of little mini dark night of the souls and contrast that we need to go away and work on. And, you know, that's not the perfect time to maybe have your manifestation in. So I think it's about the flow and about giving and receiving. And I've been working a lot on actually giving and serving. And in comes the reward. When it's like when you're ready for it to enjoy it. Right, let's Ten of Cups here. Take a leap of faith, balance out those scales. It's like it's coming and it's good. That's really good. Ten of Cups. There's a really good energy to this, what's coming in. And you've got the Devil. That's codependency. That's your pride. That's your ego. The Devil's the ego. Let's clarify them. That top card wants to come up. Memories of love. This is about your love actually blooming, developing, maturing. Some beautiful flowers in them cups here. We'll leave it there. Let's get some clarification. So look at the Fool. So the top story, it's about moving on, okay? Whether you're going to hang on to the old or you're going to allow the flow in. Spiritual ascension is like, has taken place enough now that you can receive your rewards. The Tower's here. We've got the Nine of Cups, which is an independent masculine energy who understands his worth and love as well because it's cups. It's the end of the road with the Ten of Swords. It's like you've been kind of betrayed. It's called betrayed, but the way it came out. I don't even know if I want to use the word that you've been betrayed. Feels like it though. And then it's like, but have you cut yourself off from your own abundance and you're realising that? Because things could happen really quickly. It's not really showing anything bad, so which means it's showing you the positive. It's not showing you what would happen if you didn't follow your guidance, really. So it's kind of good here. I'm hoping I'm not going to get another scenario. It's kind of like, well, if you don't, this is the outcome that's going to kind of transpire. I'm very bummed up, like I don't want to talk. Let's just get some clarification. So that was that top story. And now we've got taken a leap of faith. So let me just clarify. It's taken a leap of faith. There's a Knight of Swords, which is a knight in shining armour. Normally, look, he's breaking. That's like a kapow. And then the Moon's come out, which is secrets, intuition, the shadow side. The secrets, the lies, the betrays. But it looks like somebody's looking down on you. Look from the Moon here. And then there's like kind of planets swirling around her. Now the Moon is of the feminine essence. Okay. But there's a masculine here in the water. He looks like maybe is he defending himself from them snakes with his claws there. It's like he's got the love in front with the fish, but then behind it's like he's protecting himself from them snakes. What else can we see going on? It's kind of two halves of it. Oh no, it's the same tower. It's the same tower, but it's kind of over on the other side. It's like the top of the towers, and then there's that two-headed. Okay, sorry, scat. 6 of Pentacles, bringing in balance, balancing out them scales. But you've got to do it. It's not a major arcana. It's not justice. It's like it's your turn to find the balance. But that would be the satisfying thing. When you see how it works, how them scales balance out. So always after challenging times, the sun always comes out. Always. Even in our deepest, darkest moments, we know that it will get better. It always does. Okay, so that's having trust and faith, isn't it? 3 of Cups. Excuse me. 3 of Cups can be 2 meanings. Making a choice between 2 people, okay, so like a third party situation, or it can mean time for a celebration. So it's either this maturing, but at the top cup here, because I'm going to say the cup's blue, it's kind of pure, and there's a beautiful red flower there, and it's got lots of butterflies, so I feel maybe this is about a love that's maturing and developing with all those butterflies around. That would really come in with maybe the masculine energy here. With the fish always represents love, okay? Watery, emotional energy. And then there's somebody kind of, I don't know, it's like they're talking to the moon, aren't they, here? And it's like from one tower to, oh, I can't do this backwards, to the other tower. And they're talking to the moon. But he's guarded. And then we have this bringing in the balance, butterflies blooming, this love blooming. And then we've got the 10 of Cups. There's your happily ever after, okay? It's like you are everybody's happy, look. Wanted to kind of say them couple are kind of going, hallelujah. I had it's not great, but I had the scene, because we've got this devilish energy. The scene that went through my mind was Nicolas Cage in Face Off at the beginning when he's planting the bomb. And he's just very naughty. He's just like, hallelujah. I don't know why, that's a bit messed up. But it was kind of like this cockiness, this devilish energy. Face Off. Face off with like this, I want to say this energy of cockiness, to say, I'm going to take my abundance. There's a death, yeah. Transformation. Right, there's a metamorphosis there. There's a head severed on the floor. And then it is like the soulmate card, if you look. It's 2 heads here. But there's just like the one body. Face off. Face off. There's a face off there. The moth. It's bringing me to really kind of some deep movies like Silence of the Lambs. Starling. Agent Starling. Ah, if you have a look what he's holding, like, because I'm going to say that's a moth, okay? Down, oh, I can't really show you. You can see what I'm talking about. Here. But here, what's this dangling? In the silence of the lambs, this is what was found, wasn't it? Stuck here. But he had cared and loved for them so much. And the reason I say that is because when they actually like dissect it, it's the kind of the skull that you see of the moth. And that's kind of what brought me to the silence of the lambs, is because the actual, you could see the little skull there. And then like a moth to a flame burned by the fire. It's like your love is blind, can't you see my desire? That's the way love goes. Dun, 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 dun. Bit of Janet Jackson. 10 of Cups under that devil. Which makes me feel this I don't know, because codependency, but this is like a moth to a flame burned by the fire. There's the lovers there, and they're addicted to each other. And there's the 10. And it looks like there's 5 cups upside down, there's 5 cups the right way, and they're meeting. There's a castle there. That's your 10 of Cups. That's exactly that cup. That card. Then we've got the memories of love. So let's have a look and see what wants to be clarified with this. Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady. It's like returning to somebody from the past. This metamorphosis, I want to say. The transformation. Slow. It's like there's a pentacle there, like you're kind of, someone's dangling the carrot. But there's no stick. You've got to do that. The universe seems to be, you know, causing a bit of chaos. So to kind of get you moving, but it looks like maybe there has to be, what can I say? Maybe you need assurance through the transformation, because you can be leaving behind what you thought, you know, life was about and how it's going to go, and then you really are just taking this leap of faith into nothingness, knowing that as soon as you surrender, that nothingness becomes, the matrix fills in. You allow it. Memories of love. So that's a very mature love here. Right. Bottom of the deck. Ace of Wands. Universe is saying to you there is passion here, and it's like all round. Look, there's no, I was saying about you on assurance. If you have a look, it's all sunshine, few clouds, all looks good to me. Looks out at this world. There you go. And there's a flame right in the middle there of that universe. I said that this would be undeniable, and it's like you're lighting up the universe. Or you will do. A face-off. It's your ego, I believe. So all we're dealing with is the pride. The 9 of Cups can be quite egotistical, because he just wants to satisfy himself, which there's nothing wrong with that, unless it's ego-based. Which means you don't take anybody else into consideration, anyone's feelings. But I felt it was more about self-worth. It's the bottom of the deck now. Standing your ground. Yeah. Oh, Lily, not on the actual screen, sweet pea, because, good girl, you can't walk on the buttons. Come, not on the screen. I'm sorry. Do you want to get down, please? Good girl. It's a good girl. Sorry, she got... Well, that's the noise it'll make. Well, maybe not like that, but... Yeah. Okay? Really? Okay. All right, Lily, you're going to just put your towel down then. So, okay, standing your ground. Okay. I'm going to pull some Oracle of Shadows and Light. You might find it hard to lay down. Now you find your way to lay down on my lap. Yeah? Okay, I'll pull out the chair a bit. Right, okay. Get comfy. Good girl. You've got to be adaptable, you know. Can't control cats. I don't want to control anybody. You sorted? You settled? Okay. It says it's time for a treat. The candy cane angel. Darling, I have to do this. So are you going to lay down? Okay. Okay, let me read this card. Card number 37 brings us to a 10. Right. The candy cane angel is in charge of letting you know when it is time for some little luxuries that will reconnect you with your self-love and self-worth. She too holds back from giving to herself, as she is such an earnest and industrious little angel. But her message is always clear. It is time for some fun. The candy cane angel speaks. You know what my problem is, and you know what your problem is. No? Well, let me tell you. Our problem is that we both feel guilty about giving ourselves pleasure. See this little treat in my hands? It's not bad. It's not bad, is it? It's not evil, is it? But I can bring myself to just sit down and taste every moment of its sugary sweet delights. No, I have to wonder if it's the right time. If I have done enough to earn this treat. To wonder why I should get this when so many do not have a single candy cane for their own selves. I torment myself with these things, and so do you. How about we make a deal? Next time you ponder a gift to yourself, a massage, a treat, a spiritual workshop, a delicious meal, time to laugh with a friend, a long rest or nap, meditation time, a space clear, know that when you energetically tell yourself, I am way too busy for that indulgence, you are really saying, I do not deserve that. Well, let's decide that you do. I am about to have my treat. I now charge you with the same request. Give yourself that which you have been denying yourself. You do deserve it. It's fantastic. I love how it comes in. Okay, good. We're on the right energy. I'm not completely insane today. Well, let's not question that. Divination message. It is definitely time to have a treat, to give yourself the thing you have been putting off until you have worked hard enough or saved enough money or done without long enough. This card can come up for people who have been taught to save before they buy. A wonderful strategy, but at times this can tip over into almost habitual denial. You truly deserve some pleasure at this time, in whatever form you have been denying yourself. Do not rationalise or talk yourself out of it any longer. The candy cane angel has appeared. She has made a bargain with you, and you are now going to have some fun, some delight, some tasty treats, whether in the form of food, clothing, luxuries or experiences that you have forced yourself to do without. The luxuries, where are you off to? The luxuries are not only available to you, they are necessary for your growth. They are. I'm going to tell you this bit in a minute. Okay. Step out of the consciousness of lack and into the consciousness of I deserve, and grant yourself this lovely moment of luxury. It's time for some, I can't say that word, joie de vivre, and enjoyment to vestige a grand entrance into your life. Well, okay. When it said about your luxuries, so I'm talking holidays and then spiritual practices, home improvements, a new car. I've got 2 cars, and I'm thinking I'm just going to get just a completely different new car. I think I'm tempted by Mercedes at the moment. I always sang the song, oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? So maybe it's time to have a Merc. Who knows? Universe will. It's really weird because actually I had somebody just text me and say, I have 2 cars you might be interested in. One I'm most definitely not interested in. Not my type of car. A bit girly. I don't really do girly cars. And it was like, I've got this, and I'm like, oh, might be interested in that one. So, but it's all good. There's no rush. It will all happen as it's meant to. But I think that it's like, I've turned my phone off because then I'm going to get lots of phone calls today. As soon as I turn it on, it starts. The ball's rolling. We're going. And it's like, at the moment, yeah, I want my treat, but let's chat to you guys first, because I'd really like you to have your treats as well. And we've been working on this. Master manifesting, being the sorcerer, having a look at a different way of looking at things. But it's where it said here, the candy cane angel has appeared. She has made a bargain with you, and you are now going to have some fun, some delights, some tasty treats, whether in the form of food, clothing, luxuries, or experiences. So it was the clothing. I'm struggling. And I actually said to my daughter the other day, and it's probably going to be the same with them, because through our transformation we've lost quite a lot of weight. And it's like, I have a very well stocked wardrobe, very nice wardrobe. It doesn't fit me. And it's like, I have to go shopping. I've got to, because I can't just kind of try and put the weight on. I don't think it works like that. So it's time for a treat. It's like time for, I have to adapt to my growth. And that's what it said here. The luxuries are not only available to you, they are necessary for your growth. And it's like, yeah, because, you know, I don't feel too great having baggy clothes on. It's like, so I'm going to go and obviously buy some clothes. So that might be nice before a holiday. It's like new car, new clothes, new environment, new business plan. But first, you know, I want to obviously rest, maybe then work on the business plans, come back, execute. But it'll all be inspired action. And then if things change along the way, they change. It doesn't really matter. It's about being versatile. So I like the fact that that card came out. That's just awesome. Right, what else are we going to pull? Let's pull a... I'm just going to use what I've got here. So we've got a Journey of Love. Let's see what card wants to come out today for that. How am I going to shuffle them? You're on my lap. Sorry, it's about the microphone really on the table. Okay, let's get a card. It says, let the feminine lead the way. Now, we've got that moon. Got a bit of a pain here. Like something's trapped. What's that about? Let's give it a little massage. Said about discussions here. It's the feminine's energy and she's in the moon with the galaxies swirling around her. So let the feminine lead the way. Card number 39. The feminine principle in you, whether man or woman, is the way forward in your life now. She is the principle of feeling and of surrender. She feels the intelligence of the divine guiding light in a way that the masculine principle cannot at this time. You may not see where you are going, therefore, you may not see where you're going, therefore. But we kind of knew that. I said about taking the leap of faith into nothingness, and then that's the surrender. And that's the belief and the trust of the feminine. Actually, trusting. Spiritual guidance, I want to say, which I've just kind of just stated all that. There's no kind of planning needed. It's planned up here. It has been a long time ago. And then you just start to remember things and you're like, why am I thinking about that? And it's like, oh, okay, maybe it's time to have that. The Mercedes Benz that I always went round singing that song in my younger days, like, yeah, you intend this stuff. So, let's read just that little bit again. She feels the intelligence of the divine guiding light in a way that the masculine principle cannot at this time. You may not see where you are going, therefore, but you can feel your way forward. Trust her. Let your mind go and let your senses lead you. Become more exquisite and communicative. Communicative? Be led by your heart. Don't worry if you don't know all the details yet or how it's going to work out. She knows the way. Let her lead. Yeah, it's time to follow your feminine instinct. Whether that actually means following your feminine and going for your 10 of cups, because the 9 of cups is missing a cup, which is a partner. So it's either allow your own feminine inside to guide you. You need to tap into that. So we have the yin yang, okay? We've got the left and the right side. I've got it's on my masculine side here, okay? So this oracle brings confirmation to you that what you have been feeling or sensing, even without any logical physical evidence, is worth following up on. Trust your senses over appearances. Trust your intuition over your intellect. You are letting feminine wisdom guide you, and she will steer you in the best direction. Before I was coming on, I was making a coffee, and my senses have been heightened a little bit. But I've always been very sensory. My family's always kind of stated to me, they've kind of said, how do you remember that? I remember visuals, I remember conversations, I remember how I felt. I'm very in touch with that essence, and you just learn to trust your senses, what you sense. So it's really weird because there was so much going through. There was a bracelet, there was Battenberg, there was why am I bringing back up in my mind about how people have commented how receptive maybe to my senses I am, but it is of the feminine. So there's a poem. It's about face off. Okay, I'm not doing this glare. What is it that she's holding? I don't know if it's part of her hair. Okay. My coming out is the freedom to fully be who I am and the surrender to the divine essence, expressing through and around me. My coming out is the marriage of twin souls with my life partner, in gratitude, in love, unfolding as more than we could ever be on our own. That's beautiful. I wasn't expecting that poem. I picked up about your soulmate, your soul partner. We picked up on kind of two heads on one body a couple of times, especially with this death card here, but there is just the one body. It's coming together. Very interesting read. I want to end on a Mother Mary. Yeah, Mother Mary. Let's get some guidance. Oh, no, I feel like I want to get some Archangel Guidance. Okay, let's do that first. And then, here's my Mother Mary cards. I'm sorry, Lily, darling. You don't fall. You're good. got my legs crossed, so she's kind of at an angle, but she'll just have to adapt, won't she? Okay. Oh, that's interesting. It's 1104, and I don't know why 411 keeps coming up. Right, let's get some Archangel guidance for you guys. Clairvoyance, well, we know this. I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. Healthy lifestyle, again, so that's about these tasty treats, isn't it? And just like getting that massage and clearing out all your energy and clearing your space. Surrendering to the nothingness. I'm not going to read those. I'll get one more. Crystal clear intentions. Your intentions, remember, it's what you're intending. Okay. And passion. Be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. And passion. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. I'm going to read both of these. And then we're going to end on that Mother Mary card. Okay. Crystal clear intentions. After praying for guidance, be bold enough to admit what you truly desire. Know that you, along with everyone else, deserve the best of everything in all ways. Prosperity and abundance are God's wishes for everyone. You stake your claim on your share of the inheritance by forming a clear mental picture of your desires. Allow yourself to imagine that this desire has already manifested and experience the emotional and physical feelings of your manifested desire. Don't worry how the desire will manifest. The infinite creativity of the Creator will bring it to you in very clever ways. Simply follow any guidance to take steps to co-create this divine desire and allow yourself to receive good as it comes your way. So my sports car now that I'm just going to willingly kind of hand over, you know, no attachment, it's like, and I know why, and it took me a while to work out why I'm trying to keep hold of something that I don't really have an attachment to. And that's because in my previous car, and for many years, the car that I have was, I said it was my top on my goal board, and that's what I had. I kind of bypassed all the other options on the way as if I was going to be going up the scale, up the ladder, you know, and actually it just went from that to boom. And fantastic. But I had already experienced the feeling when I was driving my other car and I was imagining like the Audi sign, and you feel that you're driving in it, and you kind of come into that mode. So that's the moment of manifestation, that moment, because it wears off. It's not kind of the same as what you imagine. So when you've got your manifestation, you're already on to the next one. But a lot of people don't understand that. They're like, you want to hang on to it. It's like, I don't, because there's better. It's like I've experienced that. I knew I was having that sports car for a year. It's been over a year now. And I'm in a situation I'm not driving. Seems silly to have two cars. And it's like, okay, which is something that I need to sort out because it's my property. So it is going to obviously cause my attention in some way, shape or form, my awareness to them. And it's like, well, it's something I don't really need in my life. Out they go. In comes the new. So trying to hold on to things that really you've had your enjoyment out of. You've like evolved. I've had people going, well, okay, can we like you? Do you want another car? And I'm like, no, not really. I've got another one, thank you. And I don't really need a car. I'm going to have a car, but I don't really need one at the moment. And I can always go and get one when I need one. But that's not how it works. You know, and I'm going, and I would upgrade from that. I'm not kind of going lower. So, weird. It's weird. Okay. So, I don't know how else to explain it. It's just like people can't get their head around it. Can't get their head around it. Yeah. And a lot about money talk. Well, how much and all this. And I'm like, you tell me how much you want to pay me for my car. You know? And I said, I'm not here to do you out of any money. And I said, I imagine you're not here to do the same either. So he's gonna. It's not about that. It's about the fact that something's just sitting there that could be enjoyed by another. It's time to share that to somebody that's their manifestation coming in. And allow for mine, because at the moment I'm not actually using that. It's okay. Michael's aura is royal blue mixed with tinges of royal purple. When he's nearby, you may see cobalt blue sparkles of light. The crystal stone, sugar light, is aligned with Archangel Michael's energy. If you wear a sugar light pendant, you may find yourself channeling profound and loving messages from Michael when you speak. Well, I wasn't aware of that. So, channeling, we all have the ability to do it because we're all the same, okay? Sugar light. You may find yourself channeling profound and loving messages from Michael when you speak. Passion, sorry. Let's read the passion card. Playing it safe can lead to stoutness and depression. You've asked for more happiness and definite direction. I've lit a flame of passion in your heart to lead and guide you. It's safe for you to take risks and follow your heart's desire. Ask me to be your partner along the path of passion to guide and nurture you. When you feel a strong knowingness alongside a burning passion, pay attention, as this is my way of giving you information about your next step. Working with Archangel Haniel. Haniel's name means glory of God. Haniel can help you give glory to God by living at your highest potential. She'll groom your hidden talents and help you polish your skills. Then, when you apply your masterful ways to your true passions, divine magic occurs. Grooming. Tia was grooming herself. I said she's just sitting there grooming herself. Okay, let's it brings it in lovely, guys, doesn't it? Let's do this Mother Mary card. I'm sure I got the box out. I did. I've looked up and it's nearly 11:11. I can see 1110. Let's see what card wants to come out. Our Lady of the Abundant Garden. It was all that human manure, all that human shit that made you grow. Like, I spoke about it yesterday, okay? Get it. It's good stuff. You don't realise at the time, but it's what makes you grow really strong. So, 38. It's now 11:11. I provide life without limit. You have no need to fear loss or lack. For everything that dies, a new life is created to supplant it. For every need that you have, there are ample channels through that which there are ample... I'm so sorry. I don't seem to be flowing, but I do. It's like, there's no need, is there? It's okay. For every need that you have, there are ample channels through which that need can be fulfilled. I can provide all with wisdom, grace, and even joyful humour. You can find a way to delight in life and enjoy all the riches that are available to you if only you open your heart and release your fear. It is habit, not reality, which keeps you uncertain. Trust in me, my child, and be nourished in my living garden of love. If we are so concerned with our needs for survival, we can become blind to how much we already have. It may never seem to be enough for us to feel really safe, happy, and secure. Or perhaps you have trust in your heart, and yet you are also tired of feeling as though you have to work so very hard to get by financially, or that it takes so much for you to feel supported in your work. Doesn't say words, but maybe it means something. in your work. Did say about working in partnerships, this. Okay, I'm just going to carry on reading. Or perhaps you feel you have to give so much love and support to get even the smallest amount of attention or affection in return. The mother comes to us for a message that we need not fear for our survival, that she has our back and is protecting and supporting us. We have so much already and can open to receive so much more as we let go of the fear of loss and lack that shuts us. It's classic. I'll swear that, okay. We have so much already and can open to receive so much more as we let go of the fear of loss and lack that shuts us off from the universal flow of abundance. In the mother's garden, there is always a blooming harvest. If part of the garden is in decline, it is because energy is thriving and flowing into another part of the garden. There is always abundance. It is always in flow. All we need to do is open to her in trust as we come to understand her way of constant flowing energy. Light worker. You work with light. That's all there is. Light, energy. Light worker is what we do. So it's kind of like learning the skill. Master manifester. Okay. She is asking now that you recognise that your fears are habit rather than a reflection of a reality in which you must feel. Humanity is evolving together, but there are always forerunners in the evolution of the human race that help shift the memories of the body that have been programmed into survival mode. To shift these memories into a place of trust, of curious surrender, to see what happens, what unfolds, and therefore become very responsive to divine guidance, allows the human race to heal, to become more creative than reactive. Then humanity can join the divine celebration unfolding upon the planet, rather than reenacting old painful wars. Each one of us who is willing to take this shift from scarcity, fear of poverty and fear of lack into a place of genuinely trusting in her abundant garden, trusting in abundance, in the plentiful provisions of the Divine Mother, helps the rest of humanity learn provisions. Should we just stop? I think you got the message. I will carry on. I'm just like skipping lines, just flowing through it. It's just like, okay, I'm getting off. Right. Then humanity can join the divine celebration unfolding upon the planet, rather than reenacting old painful wars. Each one of us who is willing to take this shift from scarcity, fear of poverty and fear of lack into a place of genuinely trusting in abundance, in the plentiful provisions of the Divine Mother, helps the rest of humanity learn that it can be done. You are one of the chosen children of the Mother, chosen to learn to play in her abundant garden and feel the safety of her eternally flowing nourishment. Then you can help others learn to do the same. There exists more than enough for all. As we come to realise this, we can learn how to receive and share rather than take and fear. This oracle comes at a time when you are being asked to let go of fears of abandonment in your relationships, or fears of failure at work, fears of not being recognised or valued, fears that will prevent you from taking the steps that you need to take now or in the future. This oracle comes at a time when your financial situation is healing and you need to trust in new ways of feeling open to abundance reaching you. It comes at a time when all those around you might be in fear and reaction because of a recent trauma or situation. And you are needed to be the one who stays in your heart and in trust of the divine plan. You might be the one through which the Mother wants to pour her assistance, because you are capable of remaining open to her and not closing down, in distrust or shock. Our Lady of the Abundant Garden comes to you with a gift of abundance, and you are asked to remain open and to know that she has endless provisions through which she blesses the unfolding spiritual destinies of all of her children. This oracle comes with a special message. If you've been wondering if something will take off and flourish or thrive, the answer is yes. And we're going to end it there. Okay, we just end it there. It's amazing. I think I've given you enough examples. I've always give people examples, whether they believe it or not. No, it can trigger people that are struggling. And there's me just saying, well, I'm just going to do this, and they kind of look and think, that's not fair. Well, guess what you're going to get? More of unfairness. Check out the video I shared yesterday. It was early hours of this morning. So obviously I'm sent these videos like through synchronizations to tap into the energy, to give you awareness. It's all there. Right, I'm off. I'm off to practice my master manifesting. Have a fantastic day. I'll catch up with you soon. Much love to you. It's like you know what to do. Okay. Take care. Bye for now.